Hi, spirits. This is Lisa P. at Deep Roots Psychic Studio. And yes, I'm still talking about clairvoyance, specifically tonight, giving you some information on what is my Self Alchemy training, also known as Clairvoyant Healing Program. So I'm sure you have your own idea about what clairvoyance is. Just to break it down real simply, clair for clear, voyance for seeing. So for me, it's about clear seeing. And when we can see clearly within ourselves and what's going on around us, we can make better choices. And sometimes we even are more able to make a choice because we can see clearly. So self-alchemy training, in a nutshell, is using one's clairvoyant development to heal oneself. And kind of a bumper crop is learning how to heal others. So I went through this training and now I teach it. And I also give readings, I do house healings, I have creative sessions, I offer retreats in different places in New Mexico. And specifically, I've got this self-alchemy training starting up again in January. So I teach it in 4 levels and 6 months at a time. So why is clairvoyance healing? Well, to me, it's intrinsically healing. Like I said, the clear seeing, you start to heal your life. But it's also just this wonderful way of grounding yourself into your own life experience. So one of the most fundamental things I teach is grounding, how to ground yourself to the center of the earth. Now we have that frequency that, Mother Earth is always emitting. So we're always receiving that. And then we also have our own connection, how we connect down into the center of the earth. And this is a way where you can release negativity, other people's thoughts, things that feel like problems. You can release any energy that is no longer serving you or your purpose. You can release it down a grounding cord. So that fundamental tool, along with many others, is something that you practice in each class, in each weekly class of the 6-month training. And sometimes I know it can feel a little daunting, like how am I going to do something every week for 6 months? I've got so much going on, whether it's kids, a job that, you do more than 40 hours a week at, and all kinds of responsibilities and just, having fun, enjoying your life. Well, the dynamic at work is a little bit like, if you've heard that phrase, if you want something done, give it to a busy person to do, because that busy person, while they have a lot going on, they're very clear about where those openings are in their life and their schedule. So by committing to the self-alchemy training, you're kind of creating like your own Christmas tree in your life, onto which you can hang all the events and loved ones and fun and travel and work within this structure of like a Christmas tree with Christmas ornaments. So that's one way that this training grounds you in your life. So you actually can get even more done and have more fun and learn more by committing to this training. And then, of course, the second very important way that this training grounds you into your experience and heals you is, of course, the vibration that I teach at, that you'll be learning at, which is it's a somewhat spiritual one, and it's a very authentic one, where you're committing to looking at the truth in your own way, using your own intuition on a weekly basis. So this creates all kinds of miracles for healing in your life. So you don't have homework so much. There's no spelled out homework. There's no quizzing. It's very experiential. You just come to class, which sometimes is the hardest thing. It can be hard just to show up, right? There's already so many wonderful things you want to do with your time, people you want to be with. So it's very easy to just the day of class say to yourself, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go hiking today. I can just skip that class, or I can do the recording later. Well, that can be that little voice of the enticing ego, just distracting you off your path of staying with your commitment to show up and be guided through psychic healing and energy awareness tools. So just showing up, and then the homework, the only kind of homework that would be is just you showing up in your life and welcoming and neutrally looking at whatever shows up in your life that is difficult or super exciting, and then being able to look at it in a more intuitive way and to just have more of your own information. So I teach this about, every 6 to 7 months, I'll teach a different level of the clairvoyant training. And you'll be guided in each class, whether it's a class where I'm teaching you a new tool or something new about, something like the Akashic records, or you looking at your own past lives. Also visiting the astral and taking a psychic look at your astral body, cleaning it up, lots of other things. And then half the time you'll also be guided by me, but practicing clairvoyant reading. Now, you won't be thrown in right away. You'll have plenty of time to ease into it, just observing the other students or me reading. And then you'll get to practice little by little, more by more each time. And you just learn to trust whatever you're seeing. Now, with this sight that I teach, this is the sight of the eyes of spirit. So not using the physical eyes to see phenomena. Now, yes, some people do, like mediums will often see spirits with their physical eyes, and some psychics will see the aura with their physical eyes. But in these trainings, you don't have to have those abilities. You will very gently practice seeing with the eyes of your spirit, your higher consciousness, and then trusting that what you're seeing you can verbally share. You can let us know what you're seeing. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me, hello@deeprootsstudio.com. Or of course, you can go to my website, deeprootsstudio.com, and find me on Facebook or Instagram, Deep Roots Psychic or Deep Roots Psychic Studio. I hope to hear from you, whether you would like a reading, a 75-minute session with me, or if you'd like to know more about my workshops, 4-week classes, or the Self Alchemy 6-month trainings. Blessings be.